Hello everyone, welcome to Tennis Fan Video. Renowned tennis coach and former ATP player Paul Annacone has revealed he is an admirer of Alex Eala's personality and game, as he identified what the Filipina star does well. Eala is set to play her sixth tournament of the 2026 season in Indian Wells, where she will receive an opening round bye as the 31st seed. She will face either Diana Yastremska or Zhang Shuai in the second round at the WTA 1000 tournament before a potential third-round showdown with fourth seed Coco Gauff. The 20-year-old is ranked 32nd in the world, one place below her career-high position of 31st, which she reached last month. At her last tournament, the Filipina made an impressive run to the quarterfinals of the WTA 1000 in Dubai, where she was beaten by Gauff. Annacone, a former world number 12 who coached Roger Federer and Pete Sampras, was full of praise for Eala during an appearance on Tennis Channel Live. She's got a smile that lights up a room. I remember last year when she beat Iga Swiatek in Miami, and she kind of did it with a lot of grace and humility, said Annacone, who currently coaches Taylor Fritz. Alex Eala's enormous popularity compared to Taylor Swift by leading voice. Want more from Tennis 365? Add us as a preferred source on Google to your favorites list for tennis coverage you can trust. For me, it was terrific to see her take that match and watch her play after that and watch her try to continue to progress because I like her game. Obviously, she wants to get better than where she is now at 32 in the world, but she's got a lot of good hand-eye coordination and ability to take the ball early and redirect. But the fan stuff is always fun to me because whenever you see players from smaller countries, the fans are so passionate when they get to the top. Former world number 18 Alison Riska-Mertraj was asked if she could remember a women's star who gets the same support as Eala wherever they go. I'd have to say a little bit of Indian player, Sania Mirza, back in her heyday. Obviously, the Indian fans took to her and followed her all around the globe, said the American. Obviously not to this extent. And I think the ceiling that Alex Eala has is that much higher. In the world of professional tennis, praise from a legendary coach carries serious weight. When someone who has worked closely with one of the greatest players in history speaks about a rising talent, the tennis community pays attention. Recently, Paul Annacone, the former coach of Swiss icon Roger Federer, shared his thoughts about one of the most exciting young prospects in women's tennis, Alexandra Eala. For Annacone, what stands out about Eala isn't just raw talent. It's the combination of intelligence, composure, and creativity that she brings to the court, qualities that often define future champions. A rare tennis IQ. One of the first things Annacone noticed about Eala is her remarkable tennis IQ. Many young players rely heavily on power or athleticism, but Eala demonstrates something deeper, an understanding of how to construct points. According to Annacone, she reads rallies extremely well for someone at her stage of development. Instead of simply hitting harder when under pressure, she often chooses the smarter option, changing angles, varying spin, or moving her opponent out of position. This strategic awareness reminds many analysts of the kind of thoughtful tennis that players like Federer popularized. The ability to think several shots ahead allows a player to control points rather than merely react to them. And that's something Annacone values immensely, the advantage of being a lefty. Another aspect of Eala's game that excites the veteran coach is her left-handed playing style. Left-handed players have historically created problems for opponents because they produce angles and spins that most players face less frequently. Eala uses this advantage effectively. Her cross-court forehand can drag opponents wide off the court, opening space for a clean winner on the next shot. Her serve, too, becomes more dangerous because of the natural slice that pulls right-handed opponents away from the court. Annacone believes that when a player combines a lefty's natural angles with strong tactical awareness, it can become a powerful weapon on the professional tour. Fearlessness under pressure. Perhaps the most exciting trait in Eala's game is her mentality. Annacone has always emphasized the importance of mental strength when developing champions. Talent can take a player far, but the willingness to compete without fear often separates the good players from the great ones. Eala appears to possess that quality. Even when facing higher-ranked opponents, she shows a willingness to take risks and play aggressively. Rather than being intimidated by reputation, she focuses on executing her own game plan. That mindset is critical for any young player hoping to climb the rankings. Annacone notes that great competitors from Federer to modern champions, share a common trait. They believe they belong on the same court as anyone. Eala is beginning to show that same belief. Movement and court coverage. Another key element that Anacone appreciates is Eala's movement. Modern tennis is incredibly physical. The speed of rallies has increased dramatically over the last decade, forcing players to cover the court faster than ever before. Those who cannot move efficiently often struggle to compete with the elite. Eala's footwork allows her to stay balanced during rallies and transition smoothly between defense and offense. She can chase down difficult balls and quickly reset the point, forcing opponents to hit an extra shot. Anacone believes this defensive ability is crucial, especially early in a player's career. As players gain experience, they often develop bigger weapons, but movement and anticipation remain the foundation. Eala's journey in tennis has also included training at the prestigious academy founded by Rafael Nadal. The experience of learning in such a competitive environment has helped shape her work ethic and discipline. Anacone recognizes that this kind of training environment can accelerate a young player's development. Being surrounded by elite coaches and talented players creates constant motivation to improve. However, he also emphasizes that growth takes time. Even Federer, widely considered one of the most naturally gifted players ever, needed years of development before reaching his peak. The transition from junior success to professional consistency is one of the toughest challenges in tennis. For Eala, the next steps will involve strengthening her physical conditioning, gaining more experience against top-ranked opponents, and maintaining consistency across long seasons. The potential for a breakthrough. What excites Anacone most is the foundation Eala already possesses. She has a technically sound game, intelligent shot selection, strong movement, and a fearless mentality. Those elements form the building blocks of a successful professional career. Of course, the women's game today is incredibly competitive. Stars like Iga Swiatek, Aryna Sabalenka, and Coco Gauff have raised the level of competition with their powerful and athletic styles. But Anacone believes that players with unique styles and strong tactical understanding can still carve out their place among the elite. Eala's game, built on variety and smart decision-making, could become a refreshing contrast to the power-dominated style scene across much of the tour. A star representing a nation. Beyond her individual potential, Eala's rise also carries special meaning for her home country. Tennis has not traditionally been a major sport in the Philippines compared to basketball or boxing. Yet Eala's success is inspiring a new generation of young athletes who dream of competing on the global stage. Anacone recognizes the importance of this role. When a young player from an emerging tennis nation succeeds, it often sparks greater interest and investment in the sport. In that sense, Eala is not just chasing personal glory. She is also helping expand tennis' global reach. The road ahead. Anacone's admiration for Alexander Eala ultimately comes down to one simple observation. She plays the game the right way. She thinks, she competes, and she continues to improve. The journey toward the top of professional tennis is rarely straightforward. Injuries, tough losses, and long seasons test every player's resilience. But with her intelligence, work ethic, and fearless approach, Eala appears well equipped to navigate those challenges. If she continues developing at her current pace, the praise from Federer's former coach might soon look less like a prediction and more like the beginning of a remarkable tennis story. Thank you for watching. Please don't forget to hit the subscribe button, like, and share. Till next time.